Hi, my name is Benjamin Gerald. Jimmy Frimmel and I will be covering significant 2025 updates to FDM 210 in this presentation. The major changes we'll cover in this chapter include modifications to Table 210.2 for lane widths, clarification on hydroplaning risk analysis in FDM 210.2.4.2, additional criteria for hardened center lines in FDM 210.3.3, and clarification on stopping sight distance, object, and eye height in FDM 210.11.1. In the minimum travel and auxiliary lane widths table, we replaced some lane width values with NA, where the combination of context classification, design speed, and lane width were outside of the intended range. And we added a note for NA. This table is now consistent with other FDM tables where NA and the note for it were added several years ago. We also added Note 5 for 3R projects to allow 11-foot travel lanes to remain on divided multi-lane roadways in C3 context classifications with design speeds of 50 miles per hour. Some districts were approving quite a few lane width variations, and this change was intended to give additional flexibility on 3R projects in these suburban context classifications. We also removed two notes considered to be unnecessary. Note 1 for auxiliary lanes and the first note for two-way left turn lanes were both removed from this table. With that, I'll hand it over to Jimmy to cover hydroplaning changes in this chapter.
Text was modified in FDM 210 related to the definition and purpose of a hydroplaning risk analysis. Previous versions of the hydroplaning guidance in the FDM referred to predicting water film thickness, hydroplaning speed, and thus the likelihood of crashes. This led analysts to running the hydroplaning prediction model only. This expanded guidance more clearly describes the components of a hydroplaning risk analysis, which remain outlined in FDM 211. Those changes will be covered in the FDM 211 presentation.
In this section, we provided new guidance on 3R and minor projects for hardened center lines. Hardened center lines are not required for these projects where curb ramps would need to be moved or reconstructed to accommodate the hardened center line. This change was made to reduce the need for design variations in locations where it is not possible to accommodate for hardened center lines due to project constraints. In the stopping sight distance section, we modified language regarding object and eye height for stopping sight distance to be consistent with the minimum K values and notes in Table 210.10.3. This change is a clarification of when the 6-inch or 2-foot object heights are required. Thank you for listening to this webinar, and please let us know if you have any questions.